I feel a sense of relief right now. We always try to take it one game at a time. And just the bottom line is you got to find a way to win the game. And you see it each and every week around the league. A lot of these games are going down to the wire. You got to give Cincinnati a ton of credit for what they were able to do, specifically offensively the second half. They had opportunity to score on every drive. And so it was pretty remarkable to see a guy like Joe Flacco come in there and operate. And certainly they got some really good players over there. But I was proud of our guys. You always get punched in the face in this league, and our guys kept responding, and that's what we need to be. And you have to go through those moments in order to be that. So, bottom line, we found a way, and I'm happy, and we'll move on to Arizona now.
I know you found a way at the end, but it was 10-0 in the halftime, and I'm sure you probably felt the same way too, that maybe you should have had a little bit more command of the game. How do you take a stronger hold of those games, you think?
Yeah, that's a great question. Otherwise, we'd do that, I think when you look at the first half, we had 2 drives where we scored. We had a third drive where we're down there in the red area and we throw a pick. And certainly when you're in scoring position and you come away with nothing, that's tough to deal with. I think one of the things that when you look at the totality of the game, there were a lot of critical situations where they were able to make the play and we didn't, to keep them in the game. But that is life in the National Football League.
What did you make of that interception? I kind of wondered or thought if that maybe Jordan was past the point of throwing an interception like that.
Well, I think he was trying to make a play, and sometimes that happens. So I got to go back and look at it. Once it starts going off schedule like that, yeah, I agree with you. And he probably would too. I don't know. I'm sure you guys asked him about it. I don't know what he said. But outside of that, I thought he played his ass off. That was one of the better games that he's played for us in terms of just being able to use his legs to convert critical third downs. That 3rd and 1 we had where maybe it was 3rd and 2, we ran a roll pass that got gloved. His ability to maneuver through and find a way to pick up a first down. The 3rd down conversion late in the game when they just sacked us and they got all the momentum. That was a big-time play to hit MG right there. So, yeah, quarterbacks, every play is under a microscope, and certainly we never want to give the ball up, but I thought he played his ass off.
Matt, that big play to Golden you just mentioned, how much of that was kind of improv, in terms of making something happen on the fly?
Yeah, I didn't really see what happened in the pocket. That was kind of the design of the play, is to get MG across the field, but you could feel it go off schedule, and those guys, it was a hell of a throw and catch.
Jordan said that your message after the pick was, hey, we're in field goal range. If we turn it over, we're taking points off the board. Is that the next step, though, for him to go from a good quarterback to he's had a few of those moments through the first 5 games.
Yeah, like I said, none of these guys in this league are perfect, but I think he's playing at a pretty high level.
With Golden having a career day today with 102 yards receptions, is it your plan to use him more in your offense in the future?
It's just is what it is, guys. I know everybody wants us to force feed guys the ball, but that's really not how we've done it around here, and I don't plan on changing that. So, that's the beauty of having a lot of guys that we have a lot of confidence in, that where we have confidence that we can put anybody in the situation and try to have plays off of plays, and a lot of it is dictated off the coverages, however teams are playing us, and the quarterback's role is just to make sure the ball's going in the right place based on what the defense presents, and whoever gets those catches, they get them.
Can you take us through from Friday's practice? Did McManus kick it all on Friday to the decision to not have him active today and go with Havers?
Yeah, so we knew he wasn't. I know he said he wasn't worried about it. I told you I was worried about it. Who was right? I don't know. I know he went out there today, and you know he said he could kick. He said he felt something too. So I mean, it's just sometimes you got to protect the players from themselves, and this is a long-term play by us, and I'm sure he could have gone out there and done a great job. But anytime a guy says he feels something, I think you got to. I thought the responsible decision, and I got to give Rich and Goody a lot of credit. I mean, they were the ones that were out there watching them, and you know, they came to me, and so it was a collective decision right there.
So along those lines, what's going through your head when you run Haversick out there with 2 minutes to go and you got to make one? I don't know, you might not even know the guy.
What was going through your head, Bill? It was probably the same thing going through mine. It was just, you're just holding your breath. And I mean, we all know the issues we've had up front too in those situations. And so that's where my focus was. It was more on just the protection, which I thought our guys, they did an outstanding job. I mean, all game long, I thought the protection was much, much improved. And, you know, those guys, they took it personal. And I know Rich did as well. And but everybody stepped up and did their job.
Was there any thought to going forward on 4th and 2?
No, not in that situation.
Is it typical for you guys to?
I felt like we did the aggressive play, the play before, and it didn't work. Obviously, they brought a zero blitz, and they had a better play call than we did.
Is it typical for you to want to use all of your top offensive linemen in that, or is that a very clear response to the protection issues you've had?
Yeah, I mean, it's a point-producing play, and so it's whatever it takes, especially in those critical moments. I mean, you got to get your best out there.
153 yards rushing for you, Coach, your best rushing performance of the year. What did you think of your offensive line's run blocking schemes from the first 4 games to today?
Well, I thought there's still more out there. Early on, you got to give them credit. I think, you know, I know their coordinator, Al Golden, and then Jay Moser, run game coordinator, and obviously very familiar with him and his ability to have an understanding of what we're probably going to try to do. And I thought they did a really good job of doing some different things that I wouldn't say we weren't prepared for. It's just you're always trying to guess what teams are going to do to you on a week-to-week basis, and they did some things that, quite frankly, I didn't think they were going to do. And but I thought early on we left some yards out there, and that's when we went over there and challenged the offensive line and said, if they're going to play 2 shell and we're getting 2 yards, it's going to be a long day for us. So those guys did a really nice job, I think, responding.
Matt, defense looks dominant at times. 2 weeks in a row in the second half, haven't gotten a stop. Is that not taking the ball away? Is it?
Well, I think, yeah. I mean, that would be nice to get a takeaway. I think that if we can do that, and there was opportunities out there, but I thought that was like the difference from really allowing us to put the game out of reach. And you know, credit to them. They did a good job of holding on to the ball and not putting it in harm's way.
When you look at the last 3 games, Cincinnati goes touchdown, field goal, touchdown, missed field goal in their last 4 possessions. Dallas, touchdown, 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 field goal. And Cleveland went field goal, touchdown, field goal. That looks like a pattern where you guys just, on defense, cannot close the deal. Beyond not getting takeaways, what do you think could be going on?
Yeah, I mean, it would be irresponsible for me to make a statement on that right now without going back and watching the film.
In general, do you feel, there's a lot of season left, granted, you probably won't be playing your best football at the end of the season. Do you feel like this team's close to being the team you want it to be?
You know, I think we got to continue to work on trying to get a little bit better each and every day. To say that we're close, who knows? I mean, what is close? So I know that we can play better, certainly. I think the guys know that there's a lot of things that we have to clean up. But the bottom line in this league is you've got to find a way to win each and every game. And you do it one day at a time, one game at a time. And if you're focused on anything other than that, you're focused on the wrong stuff.
Have you seen a shift like this? It'd be great to win this game 48-10, but you didn't. But have you seen a shift in that 1-0? I know you think we hate the cliche of 1-0 every week, but have you seen your guys buy into that more after some of the stuff that was going on after you were 2-0? Do you feel like they've taken that message?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. I think we got to continue to. I mean, that is personally what I believe, and I think a lot of our guys do the same. I mean, it's a long season. It's a very competitive league. You see it almost, a lot of these games are going down right to the wire. And so you got to find a way. And I think sometimes going through some tough moments and, getting punched in the face and having that no flinch mentality and finding a way makes you better down the stretch, because when you get down the stretch, a lot of those games are like that.
Back to Jason's defense question from a minute ago, though. Is it disconcerting that you guys haven't been able to get a stop, even like 1 or 2 big stops in the second half to let you
Yeah, I
guys-
would say so. I mean, absolutely.
Matt, was the few more, please. Early indications on Lucas Van Ness problematic, or did you get anything there on?
I didn't. I talked to him real quick. I know he's going to get an MRI tomorrow. I know he's sore in his foot, but I don't believe there was anything broken or anything like that. So we'll have a better understanding of what's going on tomorrow.
What was the thinking at right guard?
With
Morgan,
J-Mo?
starting and Ryan, and back to Morgan to throw maybe.
yeah, just it's going to be a competitive situation from here on out, and that's true with every position. And I know, like, there's some positions that where who's going to be the guy that's playing, but those guys have played a lot of ball. Sean Ryan's played a lot of football for us, and he's been available each and every week. So we have confidence in all those guys to go out there and get the job done.
Were you able to do that because you felt? Do you guys bet on this, or?
We should. We can't.
Were you able to do that with J-Mo, though, because you felt really good by the end of the week about the other 3 guys that were all on your injury report?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of one of those deals where J-Mo's moved so much throughout his time here. I didn't feel comfortable going into the game with doing musical chairs up front throughout the whole week of practice. I think in order for a guy to go out there and play their best, they got to get the reps of that position. So made a decision, and it was truly up in the air with some of these guys. We didn't know if they're going to be able to go. So it was going to be somebody else in that position, like Kennard at right tackle if need be. And we went with the decision to play J-Mo at right guard.